Here on Curveballs on Phoenix FM. And just like this, if I push this up, I should be able to say, Jeff from YouTube channel The Badger Show, are you there?
Hello, old chap, and welcome to the Barmy Badger Show, and welcome my lovely co-host with the most, Nick. How you doing, mate?
He's been on for like less than 5 seconds, and he's taken over already. Those of you,
Me? Never.
Those of you who know the Badger will know that this is exactly what he's like.
Excuse me, I give you plenty of airtime, darling. So, how have you been, Nick? How have you been treating yourself? Are you okay?
Well, I'll tell you what, Jeff. I am all the better for sitting here at Phoenix FM chatting to your good self.
I know. It's very good to see you and hear from you again. It's really good. And, it's been a while. But please do check on the bench, is all I will say, is a quick plug for me.
Yes, indeed. Definitely. Yes, indeed. Regular viewers to my social media will know that myself and Jeff, a.k.a. The Badger, regularly collaborate on the bench. We haven't been able to recently because, meeting on...
Because of COVID and stuff.
Indeed, and the bench isn't long enough for us to social distance, folks.
No, this is very true. And sometimes we have lack of a bench as well, which is upsetting.
Yes.
But what I was going to say is your new series on the channel went off to a flying start, didn't it? Drop the mic.
Did it?
Do you remember correctly?
That's good to know. Yes, indeed. Another episode of that is coming up very soon. Now, your Majesty, we need to talk about all things being a YouTuber and staying creative during lockdown, because you are a seasoned YouTuber, aren't you? Definitely. How long is it that your channel's been going now?
I think it's been, well, if you include the other one that I did years ago, it's going to be about 10 years now. But the Badger Show is about 7 years old in its infancy, But I've been doing YouTube on and off for about 10 years now.
Blimey.
Yeah, which is insane when you think about it, but yes. So how I've been keeping creative? Well, I've certainly been getting into trying different types of videos. There was obviously the charity work that I've started doing, but we'll mention more about that in a minute. There is, of course, the different ones where we talk about different TV programs people could watch during lockdown, and there's loads of different things. I've been incorporating the art into the channel. And as you know, the channel is a mixed bag where I try everything. We've been doing pranks now. I'm a bit late to the ball game on that, but we've been doing pranks, and we've been doing Vlogmas, which was very successful during Christmas time. There's been loads of different things. And like you say, to be able to keep creative, you need to do as many different things as possible to keep yourself fresh. And
Indeed.
keep yourself interested.
Indeed.
So much time, even when people are working 9 to 5 or 4:30 or whatever hours you might keep. If you're working at home, you're going to have more time to do different activities, especially if you're keeping strict to the lockdown, which I hope you all are, and I hope you're all keeping safe.
Yes, we hope so too.
There's lots of different things you can do, like starting art, learning how to sew, starting your own YouTube channel, eBaying, getting rid of clutter, minimizing, reading The Secret, which definitely helped me, I tell you.
So what tips would you give someone trying to start a YouTube channel?
Okay. Well, we've been through this a bit before, but obviously it changes slightly because of COVID. You'll definitely need to sort of reach out to a broader internet community and find people that are interested in the same things as you. Especially if you have a niche channel where you maybe just do horror or gaming or art, you'd need to connect with other like-minded people and then sort of broaden your circle from that. Another tip is obviously if you have neighbours or friends that are interested in the same sort of thing, try and get them on board and try and get them to promote your channel with you. I mean, that's exactly what I did, and it helped broaden my circle with lots of different people, including yourself. I mean, if you remember, I was like, do you want to give this a crack? And you were like, yeah, sure. And then how long have you been with us on the show now? So
it's actually been nearly 4 years since the first video we did.
That's right. So it's going to be some sort of anniversary or something soon. But
yes.
If you think about it, that 4 years just started with me going, do you fancy giving this a go, Nick? And you were like, yeah, sure. And then look how well it's gone. So if you think, that's definitely a tip I would be giving is don't be afraid to share your social media, your content with your friends, people you can trust, all these different Facebook groups that you think are interested in your stuff, and obviously people that might want to critique it as well. Not everyone's going to enjoy it, and it's going to be interesting to get the feedback from people. Basically, don't be afraid to share it and enjoy the company of like-minded people, socially distanced, of course, where you're able to promote your stuff.
Excellent. Good stuff. And well, tell us about the sort of thing that you've been doing recently. I mean, you've been doing your mukbangs, that's taste testing, for those of you not au fait with YouTube language. There's and various other, I mean, you do kind of like a daily vlog, don't you?
That's right. Yeah, we do try to do daily vlogs. And I think you've got to remember is that is an excellent way to get traffic and to build up your minutes and to build up your followers, because people will see that you're talking about something different every day. Now, this is a double-edged sword with the algorithm, because you're either going to hit something brilliant or you're going to fail terribly. And this is the thing. So when you talk about different things every day, like my RuPaul's Drag Race UK video is nearly at 3,000 hits. But then another video I did the next day got about 10. So there's really, you've got to sort of judge it. Do you want to stick with one particular subject and try to get as many views as possible with that one subject? Or do you want to run with a variety of stuff? I mean, I prefer to go with a variety of stuff and get a wider audience. And it's more fun that way for yourself.
Indeed.
You know, if I was to talk about RuPaul's Drag Race every day of the week, I would get sick of it. And I love it. So,
you'd become a full-on drama channel.
Exactly, you would. So I prefer to variate things, and it's more interesting for me, and just to hope that people come along the way. But there is obviously people that just do one topic, like there's streamers that just do Fortnite, just do Fall Guys, or just do Resident Evil, which is great, but for me, I would get quite bored with that. I like variety, and I think if you want to keep it in for the long haul, variety is the key.
You stream about 4 different games every week, don't you?
Yes, I do try to do different ones all the time. Mostly, I try and do 1 or 2 story games, and then I try and do multiplayer games that are various, and I can sort of, change things up when needed.
Indeed, because you play that Quiplash game, which viewers can actually get involved with, which is really interesting.
Which you've actually had experience with, haven't you? You've played Jackbox with me.
Yes, didn't do phenomenally well. Could definitely have done a lot better, but yes, good fun.
Yeah, no, I'm glad to have you there. I tell you, it's very fun.
Absolutely. I still need to work on my comic timing for Quiplash, though.
I think you were bang on, my friend.
Why, thank you. What games are you streaming at the moment?
Well, I'm currently streaming Resident Evil 3, which is a remake that came out late last year, thanks to a good friend of the show called Synth John. Big shout out to him. He's a great bloke and a nice man and a really good channel as well. So if you wanted to check out Synth John, I think he's fantastic.
Excellent, good stuff. With your content, has your content has it changed much over lockdown? Do you find that you're specializing in other things?
Yeah, like we were talking about, definitely doing more community-based streams where more people can join in and it's not so one-sided on my part, maybe just sort of talking to myself in a virtual box. I'm enjoying sort of branching out and enjoying that community feel with Jackbox and Quiplash and all those sorts of games where you can sort of have a good old chat and a laugh with everyone. That's definitely something I've taken on board, is more collabs with various YouTubers like Gunner Bloodhull, Synth John, Death of Rats 09 Gaming, all these guys that are really trusted, and I really join in with them. I like doing the collabs and joining in, So that's definitely something I've definitely changed, is I've been more open to doing collabs than I ever was. Yeah. And obviously I've done, topic of the day. When COVID-19 was big news when it first all started, unfortunately, obviously a lot of our content and some of the stuff you guest starred in was all about COVID, wasn't it?
Indeed.
And it was big news. So that's definitely how I've changed a little bit. We've definitely started doing more news-related vlogs, and I'm talking about celebrity gossip and things like that more. Things that I think people would like a laugh with. I definitely like doing light-hearted content. And, so this morning we did a video where I talked about a prank where Badger Jr. chucked some water over the boss during our gaming session where we played Dungeons and Dragons. Right, so then obviously I said to him, oh yeah, let's do this prank to him. But what I didn't realise is, as soon as I finished the video this morning, he chucked a load of water over me and it got caught on camera as well. So that's hilarious.
Goodness me. I'm kind of worried about your son now. I should point out here, Badger's son is 7 years old. That's goodness knows what he's going to turn into.
Well, he's a cheeky chappy, that's for sure. But then I'm a cheeky chap as well, so he likes a good joke.
Yes, he is Badger Jr. in every sense.
Definitely.
So tell us about the work tell us about some of your charity streams that you've been doing and your work with the mental health website.
That's true, yeah. We've been currently doing a few streams here and there because obviously since COVID hit, I wanted to give something back to everyone, A lot of the time with YouTube and that, it's obviously to help pay for bills and all different things at home, but I wanted to start giving back because people have been very generous to us in the past, so I wanted to start giving back. So we did a few here and there, didn't we? We tried our tea time coffee morning ones that we did, and they were quite successful to begin with, but I've actually started to team up with a website called Gamers versus Mental Health, and I am, really into promoting them and helping it because 50% of all the sale profits from this website goes to charities. And it's really interesting. Some of the ones that I really love, and this is what makes me want to be an ambassador to it, is that they are looking after such charities like, let me have a look, so I get the full list. There's tons of great stuff. But it's Mind UK, Saving Our World, and Get Well Gamers. And Get Well Gamers is one of my favourite charities. Now, I recommend if you could ever donate to any charity, this is definitely a one because this helps sick children get better in hospital, and I think there's nothing better than that. It basically supplies video games content and vouchers and all these sorts of different things, consoles and all these different things to brighten up their day where they can't do perhaps physical activity because they're in hospital, but they can then play video games and exercise their mind while they're getting better. I think it's fantastic,
Indeed.
It really brightens people's lives.
Indeed. Very worthy cause to be supporting.
Indeed. And the good thing about that one is that you don't just have to donate money. You can donate old games that have been lying around in your, in your attic or whatever for years, and they will repurpose them, clean them, and send them off to somebody that will enjoy them. I think that's great.
Oh, brilliant stuff. Oh, well, long may that go forward and prosper. What else is coming up on the channel?
Well, that's more very interesting session. Obviously, we're doing daily vlogs. I'm going to definitely do more LGBTQ plus content. Did I miss the A out? I think
yes, you did.
But I was very quick to say that I missed the A. But yeah, we're definitely going to do that, and I definitely want to broaden the audience as an avid supporter of all these sorts of things. And, I want to make sure everyone's included, and I want to really branch out to all these different things. And, of course, we're going to do more self-help videos. We're going to do more charity work. We can do everything we possibly can. And like I say, it's a variety, so I'll be throwing in as much different stuff as I can and I fancy. And obviously I do like a bit of horror, so we'll be doing more of that too.
What, looking at horror movies or just generally being horrible?
Yeah.
I'm joking.
I try not to be horrible. Sometimes I am, but it's not intentional. But yeah, no, it'd be mainly horror gaming reviews, horror reviews of films, and of course, streaming scary games too.
Excellent. So horror fans, do look out for that. So
Definitely.
Is it just a matter of looking up The Badger Show on YouTube then?
Yeah, we can do, yeah. You'll notice it because I'm the mad capped guy with the crown sitting on the throne. Big shout out to Noob Crafters for designing that for me.
Yes, when you see it, people, you will definitely know that it's him.
Yes, that's it. And also, as I've been trying to experiment and try something different as well, I'm the Brawling Badger on Twitch as well. So please check that out.
Well, there we have it.
Yes, and we only play fighting games on there. So if you like beat-em-ups like Street Fighter, that's definitely where to go.
Hence the name Brawling Badger. Excellent stuff. Do you get a lot of good feedback on Twitch? Is it a site that you recommend?
Oh, I definitely think so. But it's definitely one of these things where it's going to be a sideline for me, just for a bit of fun and having a bit of a niche aspect. Because I don't really like doing a niche channel, but I thought I'd give it a go on there. And it's okay. It's very slow going, but I'm new to Twitch, and there's lots of different people on there that I've never met, so it's going to take a bit of time to work on. But yeah, I definitely recommend, if you've got access to decent equipment, Twitch is the way to go. YouTube is more user friendly if you've only got a PlayStation and things like that, but Twitch is good if you've got a full-fledged gaming PC and all the bells and whistles, but YouTube is best if you've just got a basic PlayStation and things like that.
Excellent, good stuff. Well, I have to say, from your humble beginnings before the real concept of the YouTuber had properly begun, for where you are, where you've now got over 2,000 subscribers, I think it is.
That's right, yeah. We just hit over 2,000 during Christmas, believe it or not.
Now, that might not be as much as some YouTubers out there, but I think, considering it's mostly you in your flat, and particularly it was during lockdown that you actually hit the 2,000 mark.
That's right, yeah. That's right, yeah. Definitely, it's one of these things where I think, it's the little train that could. I don't have too much money to buy, new microphones or anything like that, or upscaled equipment. So the fact that we've managed to hit 2K on a low budget, I think is testament to the little train that could and the tryhards. And,
absolutely.
Plenty of sweat, blood and tears have gone into that. And as people call me now, I'm Poggers, which means good, apparently. So there's modern lingo for you.
Indeed. That's a new one on me as well. Well, Jeff, Your Majesty, it has been an absolute pleasure chatting to you tonight. If there's anyone you'd like to give a shout out to while on air, then do feel free to do so.
Yeah, I would definitely like to say, obviously, Gamers versus Mental Health. I'd definitely like to say Gunner Bloodhull, Simp John, and of course many others that have been here for me from the start. Death of Rats 09 Gaming. There's tons of people that have really, really, really stayed loyal to me recently, and I'm really appreciate it. Because I think, lockdown has been very strange for a lot of people. So I'm really pleased that people have stayed and stayed loyal and helped me along the way, because it is much appreciated.
Oh, well, a big shout out to you and Badger Jr. and the boss, who have hopefully recovered from all that throwing water around.
Yes, of course, definitely. And also I want to add to you, of course, that if you put in Badger 15 in Gamers versus Mental Health to checkout, you'll get a special discount. Just going to throw that out there.
Excellent. Well, check out Gamers versus Mental Health and, well, get some of their merch by the sounds of it.
Definitely. And, of course, stop by later on. If you get a chance, I'll be streaming Resident Evil 3 for some late-night spooks later on tonight, definitely.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for chatting to us tonight, Badger. We're gonna finish off with something that ties in with your current most popular video.
That's right. Yeah, it's going to be Ding Dong, isn't it? The Ding Dong song.
Yes, otherwise known as UK Hun. Badger, right. Thanks so much for chatting to us tonight.
UK Hun. That's right. Right. Thank you very much, Nick, for having me on the show. And I hope it's not been too painful.
It hasn't. Never is.
Indeed.